Welcome to the Mustang Monthly Sports Review. Joining me today is Carly Ahrens, Coach Jeremy Dye, Coach Robinson, and Rebecca Rhodes and Riley Weller. We have the privilege of interviewing Carly Ahrens on being a multi-sport athlete, balancing the demands of school, social life, volunteering, and rest. We are asking senior Carly Ahrens to reflect on her time growing up in Kingwood, Texas, swimming and running for KHS with club sports over the years. We also have what I call her support system here today to share their thoughts on Carly. Carly, you will be graduating with the class of 2023 and entering the University of Houston in the fall as a recruited cross-country, track, and field athlete. Over the past 4 years in high school, you have had the unique opportunity to balance both swimming, cross-country, and track. Carly, you have broken many of your own individual records in both swim and cross-country, earning your way to state for both. What has stood out to you the most over the years performing at state? And what have been some of those moments or awards you will always treasure?
Performing at state has been a really lucky opportunity. Not many people have been able to go so often. I've been really lucky to do that. It's really cool because in Kingwood, we kind of dominate a lot of the track meets, swim meets, and so like you see yourself as the best, and then you head to state, and there's so many other people just like you, and sometimes faster than you and stuff. So it's really fun to. Texas is very competitive, so it's very fun to like race against the best, and I love that. And some of my favorite awards that I've gotten were my freshman and senior year. We got second in cross country as a team, and we got third this past year, and I placed really well individually. So all that to see that all that hard work like show off, and it was really cool. So
Carly, let's start with swimming. That just wrapped up for you in KHS with a great showing at state. You have swam starting with Summer League, Blue Tide Aquatics, and Kingwood High School. What are some highlights that you can draw from for each?
I started swimming Summer League when I was really, really little, and I've always enjoyed the competing against like the neighborhoods. I always liked that aspect. For Blue Tide, I made a lot of friends, not just from Kingwood, but K Park and Atascocita from their swim teams and stuff. And I was part of that club for like 10 years. And so, and then bringing it to Kingwood, I really liked it wasn't all about swimming. We truly value friendship and the culture and stuff. And although swimming can be seen as an individual sport, we truly value the team aspect, which is my favorite. So
yes. You come from a family of athletes, starting with your dad who ran for University of Houston, your sister Abigail Ahrens who swims for Texas A&M. You and your sister have dominated Kingwood athletics over the past 7 years. What life lessons have you drawn from your dad and sister that have gone before you?
For my dad, it was really cool to hear his stories from University of Houston, and he's almost like a little like bonus coach. Like he's very knowledgeable when it comes to racing, and he's helped me to draw up race strategies and stuff, so I've always loved him for that. And for my sister, she's been a big role model for me because if she didn't go through the recruiting process with A&M, then I wouldn't know how to navigate everything, and I probably wouldn't be running, only because like I just wouldn't know how to navigate it and stuff. So I owe a lot to both of them.
Endurance and conditioning are words both used for cross-country runners and swimmers. You have had the privilege of being on the top cross-country and swim programs in the state of Texas at KHS. Do you still practice in clubs swimming to maintain your position on the team? Do you do any outside speed and agility training to enhance your running for cross-country?
For club swimming, I started club swimming when I was in like 3rd or 4th grade, and that definitely helped me be on varsity as a freshman and all my years. I actually stopped doing club swim going to my junior year just because I wanted more free time, and that's when I started focusing more on running. So I was like, I'll just do high school swim because I just didn't need it as much. For running and the extra agility and stuff, we hit the weight room sometimes. Stretching is very important, and we do some strength stuff to prevent injuries, so yes.
Recovery and nutrition are very important to an athlete's success. How do you take time to recover during downtime that you have, and do you follow a specific nutrients plan?
I just mentioned this, but stretching, recovery drinks, like I try and have my pre and post fueling so that I'm good for the next workout. We do weight room, and I actually visited a nutritionist because I found that I just wasn't getting the fueling I need before practice. Like I wasn't performing the way I wanted to, and so I sat down with a lady, and it's nothing too crazy, but I definitely started focusing more on my eating. I say like junior year, so yeah.
Coach Robinson, you have been Carly's swim coach at Kingwood for the past 4 years. What has stood out to you watching Carly swim and compete as a student athlete from one of the top programs for swim in the state of Texas, competing at the 6A level?
I think the thing that stands out the most is just how great of a person she is. She's a tremendous person. She will always treat everybody with respect, dignity, and she's willing to do anything for anybody else first. So that selfless attitude has led her to be a great leader. She has influenced everybody on the team in a positive way. So that's where her light has shined the brightest for us. I mean, her being a plus athlete is just icing on the cake in that regard. So she's a tremendous athlete as well, but the leadership sets her apart first and foremost.
Carly, swimming takes dedication and discipline by itself. You have chosen to run cross country along with swimming. How do you balance your time with all this and maintain your academics and friendships?
I could definitely be better at it, but on the academic side, I try and communicate really with my teachers, try to get tests done ahead of time or after, and when it comes to like schoolwork, since I have so little time because my schedule's so busy, like I'm forced to do it right then and there, so that's a little fire underneath me. And then on the fact of my friends, I try and prioritize that, especially this year, just because it's like senior year, and those relationships are very important, like long in the future and stuff. So I try and set aside time over the weekend and during the week to hang out with them. So.
Two of your friends, Riley Weller and Rebecca Rhodes, who both are a part of your support system at KHS. Rebecca ran alongside you at KHS as well. Riley, you have been a close friend to Carly over the years and watched her do this balancing act of school, social life, and two sports. Tell us about Carly as a friend to you and others around her.
Carly really lights up any room she enters. I'm truly so blessed to have her as a friend throughout these last few years. We've actually grown up together, been neighbors and everything, but we didn't really become good friends again until dance this year. And dance freshman year, but we've just gotten to know each other so well, and she always can like bring a smile to my face, always makes me laugh. Like I can truly count on her for anything, so I really am so blessed for this friendship. And it's really just amazing getting to see her also run on the track as well. I know I'm not capable of doing that, but it really is amazing watching her. So I'm really thankful to have her as a friend. I'm just excited to see where she goes over these next 4 years.
That's amazing. Rebecca, as a competitor in cross country, what has it been like for you to run alongside Carly and be one of her good friends?
Carly's just an amazing runner and person. I've known her since before kindergarten, so basically our whole lives, and I've gotten to run with her since 7th grade, started back in Creekwood, and so I've gotten to see her really grow as an athlete, and oh my gosh, she's just amazing. She's the kind of athlete who works hard every day, never any complaints. She treats it in a way where it's just something she has to do. You know, getting her workout done is never a choice. It's always just something you've got to do, and she doesn't complain. She's happy to do it, and her leadership definitely rubs off on the team. She's one of those people who truly does lead by example, and it's just been amazing running alongside her or behind her and seeing her success. She has had the fastest 5K time on the team since she ran at state freshman year. So for 4 years, she's had the fastest time on the team. But looking at our team dynamic, you would never know that she is the best runner because she just is not arrogant at all. She's just so humble, such an amazing person, always kind and encouraging. And I'm very excited to see her running success at U of H. And it's also very impressive that she balances varsity swim, track, and cross country because, you know, us single sport athletes, you know, we can never do that. So we really admire her for balancing that, and a lot of planning and preparation and dedication definitely goes into that, and it's very admirable. And then as a friend, Carly is just so amazing. She's hilarious. We've known each other for so long, and it's really lucky to be able to have a friend, a really close friend for that long, because not everybody gets that. And sometimes we joke that we're actually cousins because we just understand each other so much. And I'm going to be sad when we leave each other for college, but we're both staying in Texas, so hopefully I can go and see her, run at a few meets, and I think she's going to do absolutely amazing things.
We asked Coach Jeremy Dye to comment on Carly as a student athlete on his team over the past 4 years. Coach Dye, how have you seen Carly develop as a runner for the program and a leader on and off the track? What would you like to say to and about Carly as she advances to the next level?
Well, Carly's one of those once-in-a-lifetime type of athletes that she has a very high work ethic and she's very talented. She does a great job of doing what needs to be done and making decisions that are going to lead her to success. So I think she's very fortunate to have the opportunity to run at the University of Houston because their head coach is Carl Lewis, who is probably the most decorated track and field Olympian in history. And he's a phenomenal coach, as well as one of our former coaches, Andy Ferrara, is now the distance coach, the cross-country coach at U of H, and Carly's going to get to run for him as well. So we have a really good line of communication, Coach Ferrara and I, and we kind of can talk about how she trains and what she's done to get her where she is. So I think U of H is really going to get a good one.
I first met Carly at an Addie's Faith Foundation run where we both ran for fun that morning alongside Carl Lewis and a few University of Houston track team members. Thank you to everyone here for joining us and making this moment possible for Carly to share her story. Your story is unique to you but inspiring to all young athletes that dream big. Regardless if we make it to that next level, like yourself, we're able to see and hear about what it takes to pursue excellence. Thank you to Kingwood AV for letting us use your studios today and making this possible.